Democrats' policy of bombing and sanctions that kill 5,000
I'm sorry, you can't ask that question, sir.
Let's see. I would say the last. I wouldn't say a while.
I'm sorry you're interrupting, and we're going to go to commercial break and remove you from the audience.
So?
And also, who is smarter than us?
Yes.
Do you fit that bill?
Yes. That's what I've learned as governor of Texas.
You don't have to think it, but it's somewhere you know that you are.
Well, I think people are going to figure it out one way or the other. It's much easier to be the candidate than it is the son.
Is it, really?
Yeah, it is, because I'm used to all the stuff that is said in the course of a campaign. I've got thick skin.
Because of what happened to your dad?
Well, no, just people, in this business, you either trust the people or you don't. I happen to trust people a lot. I don't particularly care for all their decisions, like in '92, but I trust the people, and I'm going to in this campaign. Because you're asking, I mean, basically what you're saying is, are you running because of revenge? Basically what you're saying is, are you running because of revenge?
This is your candidate, George W. Bush. Welcome aboard the inaugural flight of Great Expectations. Please stow your expectations securely in your overhead bins, as they may shift during the trip and could fall and hurt someone.
Read this word the fast way. Get ready. Mad. Yes, mad. Get ready. Yeah. Okay, get ready.
Bush just sat there and continued to read My Pet Goat, My Pet Goat.
Buried in his hole.
If you look closely, you'll notice that the shadow of the plane meets the building after the flash occurs. This means that the flash is not the fuselage colliding with the building, but rather a separate event. Not to mention that the flash is twice as wide as the fuselage itself.
Now, this video clip that we've just examined came again from the Naudet brothers documentary that was being filmed in the streets of New York City on the morning of September 11th. This documentary about the New York City firefighters was going to be assembled at a later date, and it was not televised. In fact, there was no live coverage at all of Flight 11 as it hit the North Tower. After all, it was a surprise attack. So if there was no live television coverage of the first plane hitting the first tower, how do we explain the following comment from George Walker Bush?
What was the first thing that went through your head when you heard that a plane crashed into the first?
I was sitting there, and my chief of staff, well, first of all, when we walked in the classroom, I had seen this plane fly into the first building. There was a TV set on, and you know, I thought it was pilot error.
Buried in his hole. Buried in his hole.
This footage was shot by CNN. On the underside of the fuselage, an extra piece of equipment is visible. When questioned about this, Boeing representatives refused to discuss it due to national security. This is what the underside of a Boeing 767 should look like. The following footage is taken from the documentary Why the Towers Fell. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bring it back. Did you catch that? A missile is fired seconds before impact. Also, notice that the flash is reflected in the fuselage of the plane. The flash is also present in footage taken by Evan Fairbanks, Jennifer Spell, and CNN. Al-Qaeda certainly couldn't have added this equipment at Logan International Airport. So where did this plane come from?
Buried in his hole. Buried in his hole.
And when it was over,
Reynolds Thomas Bryan, born 9/11. Reynolds Thomas Bryan, born 9/11. Now, what will it take for us to get that videotape? The end of the world. The end of the world.
911! 911!
What hit us? What hit us?
911! 911!
That's basically the worst parts of the Bible.
The Bible calls this day Armageddon, the end of all things.
Hey, you guys wouldn't be able to tell us who actually killed Kennedy, would you?
With Infowars.com, both candidates are cousins. They're skull and bones. They're bringing in big government and tyranny. The evidence is clear. The military-industrial complex was intimately involved in 9/11. The commission is a complete fraud. We're losing our freedoms. Both parties are controlled. And if we don't wake up and stand up and speak out, this country's going to be destroyed. Giving up liberty only gives us tyranny. It does not give us security. And I hope that everybody out there wakes up to this and realizes that America is America because we have the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Everybody should investigate 9/11 and find out who's really behind it. It's Bush's and the New World Order's Reichstag. And his cousin Kerry isn't going to save you either. Thank you, PrisonPlanet.com.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322?
First of all, he's not the nominee. And, look, I look for...
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us? Not much, because it's a secret. Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code? I wish there were something secret I could manifest.